Hello, welcome to Mountain Gym Card Collectibles. Hope you're out there having a great day. So today I am just going over some cards on social media that I've scoped out. I have some questions about, or maybe I'm just trying to let you know about them, as well as some news, about the recent Paul Skenes one of one MLB debut, patch auto card that was pulled in California by an 11-year-old. Anyway, let's get into this. So, to start us off, I noticed this, and Pokemon and McDonald's have collaborated with some Pokemon cards. Like it says here, here's the entire McDonald's collab. Hashtag Pokemon TCG card lineup. You can kind of see them there. At participating McDonald's for a limited time while supplies last, one toy per Happy Meal. And they have all sorts of cards that they are putting out. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15 cards that I'm looking at. And we can take a closer look at some of these cards. But, if you're a collector, this may be something you consider, maybe even to grade. With these McDonald's cards, I've always liked them. Here they have Dragonite. You can see the Pokemon Happy Meal thing too. You have to ask yourself, if you collect these, will they have some value? And I believe they will. And we have the Charizard. Rayquaza. I don't know if I pronounced that right. So anyway, I tried my best. And the Roaring Moon card. That's a pretty sweet looking card. All right, so I looked over that really well. So that's something to consider if you're out there. I'm not the biggest, fan of eating at McDonald's anymore. I had a bad case of food poisoning back in 2017 from eating a Big Mac. I mean, I was sick for like 3 weeks. So I typically don't eat there, but as far as collectibles go, if you're collecting these cards, it's something to consider. All right, so now let's move on to the next little batch of social media news. It has to do with this mysterious Aloha the Rock card that people have been wondering about online. And I've been really curious about it as well. For the fact that it just showed up on the Topps site on X, if you go check it out, on January 25th. It's a nice looking card, although the Rock Auto on there is streaky. But obviously, it's going to have quite a bit of value because he doesn't sign much. It's a licensed card, but the problem is if you get in the comments, nobody seems to know what set it's going to be in. So let's kind of go through the comments here if it lets me do it. All right. So, what do I see? Well, this comment comes out. Interesting card. Isn't numbered though. That's just it. I mean, all right. Yeah, let's see. Is this in the new Topps Chrome? That's just it. Where is this card going to be? We don't see a Topps Chrome insignia or anything on this card. It doesn't look like the Topps Chrome WWE cards at all. Where is this going to be? Or is this going to be thrown in the baseball card set for a chase? Another Fanatics. You're chasing a wrestler in a baseball card set because we got a bunch of crappy players? I don't know. What's this one say? Hope you don't rig this card the way you rigged that Skenes debut card. What a joke. You found the 11-year-old, his journal, had PSA graded, and have gold announced it's being auctioned with them under a week. GTFO. If anything, though, what I like about the MLB debut Paul Skenes 101 card is it's actually going to, be auctioned off for a good cause, for the survivors of these Los Angeles fires, We typically never get that from, awesome cards. So anyway, with this card, there's a lot of questions. I can't get a backside view of the card. So, this is like a Bermuda Triangle mystery. What's the story with this card? It's just out here, or a picture of it's out here. We know The Rock signed it, but we don't know what set it's going to be in. We don't really know anything about this at all. And so this just goes along with Topps Fanatics and their self-created mysteries of their self-created Topps/Fanatics/Bermuda Triangle. We can't get any answers. All right, so now, some of the good news, which is the fact that the sale proceeds of this are actually going for a good cause. I pulled this off of the MLB.com news site, so I'll check it out. It's a story written by David Adler. And I'll just read off what it says at the first part of the story here. The young collector who pulled the Paul Skenes 1/1 rookie debut patch autograph card has decided to sell the card at auction, and it will help out a good cause. That's awesome to hear. The Skenes card will be sold at the Fanatics Collect March premiere auction. Oh, man. It has to do with Fanatics. Ugh. All Fanatics Collect's proceeds from the Skenes card will be donated directly to Los Angeles fire relief funds. Hopefully it happens. That Fanatics is involved. I just don't know. And we know that this card was pulled around January 3rd. I don't know if you understand the journal, but, the kid wrote about he'd like to have a box for Christmas or something. And the odds of him just getting a one-and-done box, I just don't know. I mean, was there fishy stuff going on? That's just it. And the fact that it's going to be sold at the Fanatics Collect March premiere auction, you just really wonder. Yeah, it's going to be for a good cause, but Fanatics has to be involved with it, just milking it out. And so, for me, we saw the previous comment, that was put on, that Rock picture debut, for the Rock Auto, where they're just going to game the system on this. And the reality is it just seems like the consumers are just getting gamed to no end by Topps Fanatics, aren't they? Here's his journal. The 11-year-old collector who pulled the Paul Skenes 1/1 debut patch card just shared his journal entries. It's an absolute must-read. So, of course, we have to read it. Let's see what we have here. It was November 13th, 2024, and Topps had released 2024 Chrome Update. It was 2008, which was a lot, but considering I can't read that, and rookies, it was fair. I started begging my mom for it. I begged my mom for it, too. She's cheap. Dad was at work, and my mom was leaving soon. Me and my mom left for school. I knew people would raise the prices. Yep, so he even knows it, too. So I went into full beg mode. My mom said she'd get it. Victory. But her work was so busy, she forgot to get it. When my parents got home, I was super sad, but they said the prices would drop at Black Friday. Fast forward to Black Friday. The prices did not drop. Infinite rage. One sec. So now the box was like $350. They said I would have to get something else. I said, okay, but could I was so can I have this kid's mom? Very, very sad. When I was at school, they found a hobby box for $320. Ouch. Which is still a ton. But since they are awesome, they got the box. They told me when I got home from school, and I was so excited. Fast forward to Christmas. First, I wake up at like 4 a.m. and woke my brother. Whoops. We waited till 6:30 a.m. We woke up our parents. The first present we opened was the hobby box, and my brother got a big Lego. I opened 3 packs and got some cool cards. Then we passed around some more presents. I opened 2 more packs, and on the second pack, I got the Paul Skenes redemption card. I quote, "Hey, Dad, I pulled the Paul Skenes redemption card." He was like, "No, you didn't." Then I showed him the card. And me, my brother, and my dad were like, "OMG, My mom was very excited too, but she never collected cards, so she didn't know what it meant. Then my brain poofed and I started bouncing all over the place. And my dad was, let's go. I was so excited. But first we went to one of our grandparents' house and hung out with them and our uncles and aunties. I'm 11 years old, so pulling this card is a dream come true. It would be a dream come true for me too. I'm half a century old. Nothing good has ever happened to me in my lifetime at all. Just putting that out there. I have lived the cursed life. So, anyway, was there gaming by Topps Fanatics on this? Well, it's going for a good cause. That's good to hear, but it really seems like they're kind of milking it out. And the fact it's being shelled out, over the Fanatics, auction site, really just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth as well. But hopefully, cross my fingers, it does what it's supposed to, and it helps out the survivors of the LA fires. All right. So now we're just going over, Topps Fanatics site on Instagram. I always like to check them out, typically once a week, to see what sort of chicanery we have going on today. And the first thing that came out was this John F. Kennedy auto, which to me would be very, very, very valuable. And this is a Topps card, but it was discovered by, guess who? A breaker linked to Fanatics Live. Filth Bomb Breaks, yes. And here it is. My President's Card.us Filth Bomb Breaks. Yep, they pulled it. Who else? It's always someone tied. It's a beautiful one-of-one card, I have to admit. Here we go. Of course, it's tied to Fanatics Live, the big multi-billion-dollar corporation. Of course, it's a breaker tied to the big multi-billion-dollar corporation, yes. Everything is tied to Fanatics, isn't it? You get the big card, you're going to auction it off for a good cause. Of course, it has to be auctioned over the Fanatics site. Their auction site, whatever. Oh, we have awesome cards out on the market. Of course, it's going to get pulled by Fanatics Live, or a breaker tied with Fanatics Live. All right, so that one really came out at me. And then, of course, the other one that came out at me is another breaker tied with Fanatics Live. And she pulled a Logo Man one-of-one, new Hall of Famer, for Ichiro Suzuki. Beautiful card. Beautiful card, isn't it? Got to milk it out, man. That's what billion-dollar corporations do in the United States. Milk it out. We're at the dairy, people. This is the dairy farm. That's what I've been calling Fanatics Live lately. The dairy farm. Milk, milk, milk it out. So those two really came out as suspicious, in my opinion. And then another one that came out suspicious is another, of course, it's going to be Filth Bomb Breaks. I mean, these guys are so tied in with Fanatics Live. Why don't they just call themselves Fanatics Live? I mean, just quit the showmanship. Just quit playing games. This is a nice patch auto. Aaron Judge, yeah, he flubbed, the World Series, but it's all good. And then, here we see, this is from KKKSportsCard.breaks, another Luminaries. Everything that's good is tied to Fanatics Live. This beautiful Mama Breaks, Rhea Ripley. Then we have this Mojo break, Jason Dominguez. Everything good will be tied to a breaker affiliated with the Fanatics Live machine. Mrs. Mitch's box breaks, one-of-one Jackson Holiday. This is Going Twice Live, Fables Phenoms from Paul Skenes. That's just a nice die cut, I have to admit. I really like die cuts, but that's a beautiful one-of-one. That should be mine. I don't know what to say about that. I don't really care. Chair McCain, Panini Prism. What? It's probably a one-of-one black rookie card. Who cares? And then we have this beautiful Ichiro from East West Breaks. Numbers out of 15. But of course it's going to be East West Breaks. And of course, the prices of these are just so expensive out the gate. Normal, average Joes like me I would have to go work 2 or 3 jobs. I would have to sacrifice my body to the point, to pay for some of the stuff that isn't even worth it, And if I got Fanatics Live would take all the best of the best and all their breakers. This is from SX Breaks from Maria Sharapova. Nice card. But I'm just kind of putting that out there that if you want to be the guy that pulls the awesome cards consistently, gets to sell them, gets all the fame, whatever, along with it, you're going to have to be affiliated with Fanatics Live. And I'm just putting that out there. I mean, in some shape or form. Maybe I should be writing journals too, to my mom. I didn't get anything for my birthday this year, and I turned 50. I didn't get a damn thing. Nobody cared. My family called me. They talked to me for a few minutes, and that was it. So that kid should feel very fortunate. I've lived an entire life of no one giving a damn about me. So anyway, the Paul Skenes 1/1 MLB debut card was pulled. It's suspicious as hell, as everything is with Fanatics. The fact it's being auctioned over the Fanatics site, and there's a lot of issues. Did Fanatics really just set it up that way? That's just it. And a lot of people have that question. Yeah, it's going for a good cause. That's great. We went over the Pokemon cards that are in the Happy Meals at McDonald's. So that's something for average Joe collectors like you and me to possibly have an opportunity to latch on to, hitch our wagons to, for maybe something for a little bit of value there. I just don't know. Went over the mysterious Bermuda Triangle / Topps Fanatics card that's on X, which everyone's, what is going on there, because January 31st, 2025, Topps Chrome WWE hits the market, but yet that card is just floating on the X Fanatics top site, and everyone is just like, what in the hell are we looking at here? And then, we went over the many suspicious polls at Fanatics Live very recently. And I'll say it again. If you want to get good cards in, you have to be a breaker tied with Fanatics Live in some shape or form. Anyway, I can't prove it, but the more that you get into Fanatics Live and Topps and the way that all these things are like pushed out and tied and linked in with the Fanatics system, you just really begin to question what is going on behind the scenes. And I think what's going on behind the scenes is something I've dealt with my entire life. Favoritism. Favoritism and marketing and exploitation to no end. Even if it's for a good cause. Of course it has to be auctioned over the Fanatics auction site. Where else? Anyway, hope you enjoy this episode. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I can't say it enough. I can improve the channel, and I can't thank my subscribers and recent subscribers enough. Really, this channel is an ongoing effort because of you. So anyway, I hope you subscribe. I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.